Hello, welcome back. Thank you for being here. I'm going to do a collective reading just by using my abilities and see whatever comes out. This is for the collective, and so let's start, okay? Okay, so I'm hearing you may be going through some kind of career change, possibly something that's going to start in the new year. You're preparing for that. I feel like it's something that you've been wanting to do for a long time, and have kind of just come to this point of being ready to make this change. I feel like this was a really hard year for you in whatever you were doing, are still doing, um, previously or on your current job. And I feel like that's why you're ready for a big change in 2026. You may have just received notification of either a layoff, and that's the reason for this change. And it's kind of like an opportunity for you now to do what you really want to do. There may have also been some roadblocks, obstacles at work, people, situations that may have kind of prevented you from reaching a point where you wanted to reach in your job. Like I feel like people were holding you back in some way, whether that be your manager or coworkers, and possibly if you have been laid off, um, even though it's scary, it's like it came at the right time because you've already been thinking about a need for some kind of change. You may be either getting ready to, I know it's the holiday season, but you may be getting ready to take a trip, um, something you've been planning on doing. It could be, just going to see relatives or for the holidays or something like that. But I kind of feel like it's more of a trip of leisure. So if you did just recently get laid off or something like that, or left your job, like you say, I'm going to do this for me right now before I go into this next phase of my life or this next job. But I feel like it's something that you've been wanting to do, been planning for a while, like this, say it is like Aruba or something like that. You've been wanting to go there, and now you have the opportunity to go. There's something about, I don't know, thanks. Like if you went to see family at Thanksgiving or were recently with your family, there could have been some kind of, I'm not going to say it was a big upheaval, but something happened where there was a disagreement with another family member. And if you have family that you can I'm sorry, you have friends that you consider family and you went to like say friend's house to get together, there was some kind of disagreement there. And I don't feel like you really have spoken to this person yet. And I feel like it's been heavy on your mind that you do want to reach out to them as possibly that, the holidays are coming up later in the year and you want everything to be resolved before then. But there was some kind of disagreement at some kind of recent family or friend gathering. Again, buttons. Where that's coming from. Something about buttons that you may need to replace some buttons on a garment. Found a button. I don't know. It's taken me back to a time where um, my family knew someone named Mr. Buttons, and we used to like pick him up and take him different places, like to the food store and stuff like that. An older gentleman who didn't drive, and I was really young. So it could be that you're helping someone out in some way, that someone needed a ride somewhere, and maybe to a doctor's appointment or to the grocery store. And they're like, there's this thing of like even though they say thank you to you and or say that how grateful they are, it's deeper than you know. Like possibly they don't have anyone else to do this for them. So even though they don't get to express how much they appreciate um, how deeply they appreciate you for doing, these random acts, they are deeply, deeply thankful because they don't have anyone else to help them out. And it doesn't have to be an older person, it could just be a friend, relative, parent. Getting, well, getting ornaments and things. So you could have just went to like a tree lighting, you and some friends or family members could have just went to a tree lighting ceremony or went to go see like a lot of towns have these like roadways of lights or whatever they call those things. Something to do with a lot of lights, like holiday lights. I am seeing ocean. You could live by the ocean, body of water, do some kind of morning walks along the ocean, or again, body of water. There's someone like when you do these walks that you pass by regularly, you don't know them, but it's kind of like on this walk or if you're doing a trail run and it's by like a lake or something like that and you see them like almost every day or once a week or something like that and you kind of just say like because you see them now kind of on a regular basis. I feel like you don't like they look forward to seeing you. Like it's not any creepy, weird way, but it's kind of like we're both out here doing the same thing type of thing. Like it's just nice to see, recognize someone out here doing this walk or run or whatever it may be. I'm getting something about like antique shopping. So you could have recently gotten into, or that's what you kind of are into, is like doing antique shopping or want to do. All right, let's see if anything else comes through. I'm seeing the letter H. So I don't know if your name starts with a H. I'm hearing Harry. So Harry could be significant to you in some way, or there could be a ancestor in spirit, um, grandparent that even if it's not a H, I'm sorry, even if it's not Harry, um, starting with the H, they just want to let you know that they're with you and they see you and they hear you. So don't be afraid to like talk to them if anything's on your mind, that they're there for you. All right. All right. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for being here. I thank my grandmother for my abilities, and hopefully that rang true for some of you. I'm going to try to start doing these often. Um, it's how I kind of channel messages and just an example of how I do my readings. If you would like your own personal reading, there is a link below to book time with me, and I'll see you in the next one.